Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. In this session, we are going to continue with our sale order entry development. The form is being developed. In previous session, we showed you, we discussed the order status, right? And we discussed this remark status previously. That was for the line item, but this is for the header. Means an order when it is created, it is always starts with a new order. As soon as it is saved, then of course it is going to be invoiced, right? And then it is going to be shipped. And once it is invoiced, it has to be shipped, right? And as soon as it is shipped, once it is shipped, then the the process of payment is there. The next process is the payment, right? When the goods are received at the customer end, uh, the payment is to be initiated, and as soon as the payment is done, the order is closed. So this is the order processing cycle we are focusing for the moment, right? So if we take an existing order, so it goes directly to the to the sale orders which are entered already, picks up all this detail, and the order status is termed as shipped because it is invoiced already and it has been shipped. So before the closing, there is a stage of payment. As soon as the payment is done, then the order will be closed, right? Let's see some other order like this. Okay, so this order has already been closed, right? It was invoiced, it was done everything, right? And it was uh, it is closed as well. Okay, so if we take some other look for our sale order, yeah, this is also closed, right? And if you go to somewhere, these must be, this is also closed, right? And this is the last one. Okay. Okay. So these are also closed. Okay. So let's go and see that how it is. Can we do some automation that this status can we update it through a formula? Because this is not entry based. It is not supposed to be entered manually. It is dependent on some logic. The status of um, status ID or status of the sale order uh, is actually based on some logic. So what is that logic? So I have tried to develop for you a formula that is going to result the same thing. This is literal, means there is no formula behind. Now I write one formula and that should be applicable to all the entries, right? If I'm able to do this, then any new foreigner means any all the system has to do is put the formula. This will decide whether the status is closed, whether the status is paid, means shipped, or whatever the status. The status will come of its own, right? So I have written this formula for this. Uh, the first, it is a nested if. right? It's having one if here, then the second if, and otherwise it will be a new one, right? So what it is doing, it is saying it is first of all it is checking the P. The P column is what? Is the paid date. If it is blank, if it is not blank, this is this indication is this way we say not equal to. Okay, if the paid date is not equal to blank, it means it is paid, right? If it is paid means and if it is paid, so it is closed. Okay, once the payment has already been received, the order is closed, right? This otherwise means if it is not uh, if it is blank, hmm, if it is blank, then this is the position where it is if this is blank, then it is going to check if the shipment is blank or not, right? E2 is actually the shipment date. If the shipment blank is not blank, if shipment date is not blank, okay, if not blank, then it is shipped. And in and otherwise, in this is the position where the order is stems to be new. So simple formula, two ifs and two bracket close, right? The if starts with a condition, and then a comma tells you then what to do. Right? If condition is true, what to do. And the second comma is otherwise. Otherwise, you can have another if, the further check, if the shipment, if yes, then shipped. Otherwise, the order is new. That's it. Okay. So we preserve this formula, and when we we write it sometime, what stage would we like to write when we are going to add the entry in the form, right? When you create a new order, okay? So all this information is going to be written at this along with this formula. So we preserve it, and we will use this formula to determine the status uh, of the header of the sale order header, right? Whereas it is, I just remind you, this status is different than this status. This status is the line item status. Line items will show you invoiced. Hmm? When an item has been invoiced, so its status will be shown as invoiced, right? And when will be invoiced? First, it will be it will start with the allocation of the stock. The stocks has been reserved, allocated, right? The first thing is that the when you create an order and you enter some line item and you save the order, so the stock is reserved, the stock is allocated. So allocated will come here, right? And once it is saved and the order is marked as shipped, so no shipment possible without invoicing, right? If you want to ship the order, so in the order you are going to uh, enter the shipment date. As soon as this shipment date is entered, so invoice is it will not accept this date of shipment until you invoice them, mark them as invoiced. If the order is invoiced, then it will allow you, yes, okay, when do you want to enter the shipment in date? Yeah, so that shipment date is is linked with your SO details, line item status ID, that is invoiced. So in order to ship an order, these have first to be invoiced. Okay, I hope this is clear. And the last one is that in order to mark your order closed, in order to mark your order closed, the payment has to be received, right? So, uh, so as soon as you enter the payment details like this, that your payment was done by check and the paid date was this, and that means you are closing the order. The order is served and it is now closed since the payment has been received, right? I hope this is okay with you, and we will uh, we have preserved this formula, okay? And in the form area, let's go and do the form area. First of all, we we have to follow the SOP here. Yeah, it is 175 is the number of the lesson and part 43. Okay, and here we are now going to see that what else do we need to incorporate in the form. We have this form with us. We have completed this point. We have completed the shipment in which the shipment fees is to be mentioned. Shipment date will be done when the items are shipped. Okay, so as soon as these are shipped, so they has to be invoiced, right? So this payment, this payment tab is has to include all these things, right? So let's move this to the payment tab. This is the more appropriate place for the amount and this etc. Right? So let's create the payment tab. So we close it. We go to the form, right? Develop tab, or you can directly click to Alt F11, and then you go here. Now, if you want to move all this to somewhere else, so you have to click here first, okay, go to the payment tab, yeah, and move all these to here. Yeah. Make sure you don't take unwanted things like this. Hmm. So let's select one by one, two, three. One, yeah, these are the one, and this two, and this three. Okay, to be precise, only the wanted things are being transferred to the payment tab. Okay, this is our payment tab. You can place it anywhere you want, and you have to include a few more things: the mode of payment, etc., and the date of payment. Right. So we will let's move the copy. Control C, Control V. We take it to here. So this is a payment date. Mhm. Payment. Yeah. And you may include some more things like check. mode of payment. Yeah, mode of payment. We can move it a bit. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, this is mode. Okay. That's right, mode as well. Okay. So this is payment mode, pay mode. Yeah, and this is pay date. And what else? This we do not need to change anything because these are already set and referenced. Okay, if we make a change in here, so we might spoil the program because it is being used in different parts of the code. So we these are the new fields which can be we've really make really changes in the name, etc., because not yet have referenced. So these are the two things which we have included, and these are related to the payment, right? Okay, the so the what mode through what mode it is paid, and if you want uh, some remark or some note, yeah, there has to be some note, yeah. So we add another thing here, yeah. So this is our notes. Yeah, you can write a note in it. So this is going to be our payment thing. Some things are critical, so have to be a part of our validation system, right? These cannot be left blank. This can remain blank, but these three things cannot be remain blank. Note can be remain blank. That's right. But these three things are mandatory, right? And the rest is fine. Okay. So see you in our next video, inshallah. Then we will make more enhancement. Thank you very much.